Hey, this is Dan. Welcome back to Real Vape Review, and I got a pretty awesome review for you guys today, and this is something I've actually been using for a couple months now, and I love it. It has a couple drawbacks, but I love it all together. And today is going to be the Cloupor Cloutank C1, and you can see this here, and it's Cloupor Cloutank C1. It's one set, and they sent me over two sets here, and I'll just show you really quick what's in this set. Get out of the little box here. It's got a little instruction manual or whatever. And one thing I'll make a note of really quick is it says that you need to have a needle tip bottle to fill it up here. Must use a needle, or say down in the bottom corner. It says must use needle bottle, aim at the place as shown. You don't have to have a needle to fill it up, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But anyway, this is what the kit comes with. It comes with actually one Cloupor tank and two heads that just fell out. It's got two little heads, two replacement heads, and one in the thing. So it actually has three heads that come with it. So very, very nice. And this is made by the Shinsen Cloupor Technology Company, but it's Cloupor.com, Cloupor.com. Anyway, and you can definitely get it. I'll talk about the drawbacks in just a couple minutes, but I want to show you the how this thing is put together. Now, this is actually a top feed tank. Now this is glass with all metal, so you can put your citrusy type flavors in there, your cinnamon flavors or whatever, and you don't have to worry about it cracking the plastic tanks. But anyway, it's got a little top piece right here that actually unscrews, just a little mouthpiece. We'll just go ahead and set that to the side. And here's what I want to show you is the top of this. Now, if I can get to focus, pull my ring off. My ring seems to have malfunctions with the camera, and I don't know why. There we go. Now you can see that top little head, and you can see it in place there, and this one's never been used. And you can see down on the sides, down in there, you can see like little notches cut out. Anyway, that's where you'd stick the needle down in to fill the juice up. Now the little head is, and like I say, it's really loose right now. When you buy these, you want to make sure that you tighten everything down before you fill up anything or fill anything, because it does get loose in transit, or in shipping. And this is actually a little head. And you see it's got a decent little wick on there. The wicks are really nice, and they actually do a really good job at drawing in the liquid, and it seals itself off really nicely. Now, this is the inside of the tank, and you can see those little notches on the side a lot clearer now. You can see two little notches in there. Let me just show you. Pull this apart. Now, this comes apart in three different sections. It's got the main body section here, and then it's got the glass, and then it actually has the top section. So taking it apart is kind of a pain, and you don't want to do that unless you have to. But we'll screw this back into place now. And you want to make sure this is nice and tight. You don't want to over tighten it and bust the glass, but you want to get it in there decent anyway. Anyway, then just put it all back together and fill it up, and you're ready to go. Now, you want to actually have the actual head in there when you fill it up, because if not, you'll get juice down the center post, and then you'll end up getting juice in your mouth, and we all know how juice in the mouth tastes. It's not very good. So anyway, let me show you really quick. I'm just go ahead and put this one back together. I'm going to set it to the side. Now I have one right here already filled up, and this is actually filled up with my Black Magic, and this is my new all-time favorite. This is Black Magic 12 milligrams from RealEjuice.com. This is my own line of e-liquids, and the Black Magic has got to be my #1 favorite. Now you can see that this actually is loaded up right now, but I'll show you that you don't have to have a needle to fill it up. Now, the top of it is going to have a little bit of stuff, so you want to have a paper towel or something sitting handy. And when you take the juice, go ahead and open up my Black Magic bottle here. Now, even with my bottles, they have that little tip on them like this. Now, I just take and I just go real slow, and I just pour it down in there, and I just do it really, really slow, and I do not have to have, and I kind of go, back and forth and let it work its way down in there real slow. I mean, it's kind of a slow, tedious process, but if you don't have a needle drip bottle, then you kind of got to make do with what you have, and it works fine. So that's one drawback, is filling it. It's kind of a pain in the butt to fill, but I've done it enough times that I can actually fill it, no problem at all. So, and anyway, that's the Cloupor tank. Like I said, it is a top fill. Now, the other drawback on this is when you vape on it, if you leave it pointed up like you do most of your other vape equipment, you leave it pointed up, you're going to burn your wick out, or you're going to burn the wick or the coils, you're going to burn them up. So this is one you actually have to recharge or refill the wicks every couple draws. You have to turn it down, let them get good and soaked, and then pull it back up. Now, like I said, I've been using this for a few months now, a couple months, and I have not had any leaking problems at all when I turn it upside down. It seals off really nice. Now, they sent me over these little, looks like a 650 Ego style battery with 510 threading on the inside, and I'll show you that just really quick because that's what they sent me for the review. I'll show you that. It kind of looks silly the way that's set up, but it gets the job done. So let's go ahead and check out the vapor production on this. Fantastic. That flavor is awesome. But anyway, it kind of looks a little bit silly on this with the little Ego battery. Like I said, that's what they sent me, so I tried that out to begin with. But I'm going to go ahead and bust out my favorite unit, and this is going to be my iTaste SVD. I love this unit. Now, that made it look 100% better. Now, one thing also that they sent me from Cloupor.com, they sent this, and it's a Chinese-based company, but they sent this over as well. It is very, very cool. I don't know if it's handmade or not, but it's got a nice little intricate knot on the back, and it's got a little dangly. And I think you could actually tie this on. You can screw this in or whatever and just catch that, and you could have a little piece on your vape. I'm not a big fan of the trinkets and the charms and stuff like that, but it's very, very cool. I'll probably give it to one of my daughters. But now that, like I said, putting this on my SVD, it made it look awesome. Like I said, the only drawback really is you do have to, re-wet the wick, and you have to turn it upside down and pull on it. Now that we got this set up, it is running at, it's got 2.5 ohms of resistance, so it's not high, it's not low. Good average build on this, and I am running this at, I think I'm running it at 3.7, I'm not sure. But anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and check it out now. Fantastic vapor production. I love this tank. I love this more than I love the Pro Tank. That Kangertech Pro Tank was a nice tank, and it was a bottom coil or bottom feed, which was handy. But even with this, even having to recharge, turn it. Anyway, I have not had any leaking problems, and you do have to recharge that, re-wet the wick, every couple of draws. This actually produces a very, very nice vapor, of course, along with my Ejuice that I have in there, 50-50 PG-VG mix. It really does produce a nice vapor. Very, very nice. You know what? As far as all the tanks I've tried, this is one of my favorites of all time. I really do like this Cloupor tank. This is one of the things they sent over to me, and I really don't have much to do with it. But anyway, it says Cloupor Cloutank C1 on there. And yeah, it says a Shinsen Cloupor technology, new arrival clearomizer, distinctive airflow design makes vaping more enjoyable. Sorry, I got a runny nose. Allergies are kicking in. Distinctive airflow design makes vaping more enjoyable. Humanized detail designed to prevent accidental broke. You can tell their English is not their first language. And then Pyrex glass with pure metal. So yeah, Cloupor.com, and you can see that right here on the bottom, and I'll let you see that, www.cloupor.com. And yeah, they're made in China, so most of the e-cig stuff we get is made in China. But yes, I really love this Cloupor tank. As far as the drawbacks of, it's a pain in the butt to fill, and you have to re-wet the wick. You get used to it, and it's not a big deal after a little while. At first, it's a major pain, but like I said, after you get used to it a little bit, it's not too bad at all. I am so sorry about my nose. But anyway, yeah. But as far as the vapor production, phenomenal. This thing produces a whale of a vapor cloud. Love it, love it, love it. I'm not even running a very high voltage on there. So yeah, and a couple other things they sent me. They actually sent me a little postcard that had some information on there, and it's got some Chinese art on the back of it. Very, very cool. They really went all out when they sent me this stuff. And like I said, Rita over at Cloupor.com, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And like I say, one thing on here, it does show is you have to use a needle and you actually fill it up with a needle going on the inside. Granted, that probably would be much, much easier, but if you don't have one, I don't think it's a huge, huge deal because, you know, you can see the little inject holes right there. You know, it's got like little notches in there. If you don't have it, even with my bottles that I have, I'm still able to fill it up pretty easily. At first, it was a major pain. You just go nice and slow and get it at an angle, and it'll run down through one of them little notches. Works just fine. And then the little art piece they send me for the little charm that goes on there. Yeah, it's very cool. I won't use it. I'll probably, like I said, probably give it to one of my daughters. She'll hang it on her wall or do whatever with it. But all in all, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. It is a great tank. Pyrex glass, all metal. You can run, you know, your citrus flavors and everything in there. Fantastic. The vapor production is just outstanding. The vapor production on this is almost as good as a lot of the rebuildable stuff that I've seen. Of course, the rebuildables, you're really going to be able to get some massive clouds, but this, I found my sweet spot with my voltage on this, and it really does a fantastic job. And like I say, it just looks good all the way down. You know, put it on my lightsaber, my SVD, and it's just a fantastic unit. It really is. It's nice, heavy. This would actually look really good on a 134 as well. So. Very, very nice. All right, Cloupor.com, Cloupor.com. Check it out. And I have no idea on the pricing. And it's a Chinese website, maybe a little difficult to navigate. But it's also from the Shenzhen, Shezhen, no, sorry, Shenzhen. If you go to Shenzhen.com, I think you can go into their e-cig section and you can definitely find what we're looking for on there. But this is the Cloupor Cloutank C1. I like it. It is actually a very, very nice. And you notice on the side of it, the Cloupor actually does say, if I can get the focus, anyway, it says C1 on the side of it. You might just have to trust me. You can kind of see it right there on the little thing right there by my pinky. There it is, C1. You can see that, and you can see Cloutank C1. And like I said, with that center tube in there, even though it's a top feed, feeling even sitting like this, you can sit like this all day long and it does not leak. I have not had one single drip come out of it, where other tanks like my VV Nova, you know, it does leak a little bit. My 618 pipe, it does leak a little bit here and there, not a lot, but this Cloupor, it's been fantastic. And I'm even running a fairly low voltage. If you cranked it up or had a really heavy, thick juice, you could probably crank it up quite a bit and actually get some really serious vapor clouds out of it. But all right, guys, I've rambled on enough on this one, but definitely check out Cloupor.com, check out RealEjuice.com, and support me. That's my own line of e-juices. And definitely check out Black Magic, Squirrel Juice, Blue Ice. Got a bunch of them. James Dean is an awesome one. James Dean is actually what I'm running in my pipe right now. It's fantastic. So anyway, check out RealEjuice.com, and I will link all that stuff down below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm all over the place. So we'll catch you guys on the next review. Stay charged and vape on.